If you've ever felt like webinar funnels are a maze, that one wrong turn and you're just going to lose all your customers forever. Well, what if I just hand you my exact blueprint that I use? Not theory, not what should work, but the precise steps that I've been using for years, and so have my clients. So in the next 10 minutes, you could finally understand how all those moving pieces fit perfectly together. Now, stick with me because this might just be the most valuable 10 minutes you're going to spend on your business this month.
Ready to break free from the solopreneur struggle? This is the Ease and Impact Thriving as a Solopreneur podcast. I'm Frankie J, a surfer, a mum, and an 8-year solopreneur myself. Join me as I peel back the layers to a thriving online business without the guru hype or the burnout. I'm going to show you the proven strategies and tools that I use so you can build a sustainable digital business without sacrificing your well-being. Let's get you thriving as a solopreneur.
Hello there, fellow solopreneur. Welcome to Ease and Impact, where we're all about thriving as a solopreneur, not just surviving. So I am your host, Frankie J, and today I'm going to be, quote unquote, pulling back the curtain on a funnel that I've used time and time again, the exact webinar funnel that I use from start to finish. But before we dive in, if you found value in past episodes or you're joining us for the first time, hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening so you don't miss out on an episode. Each week, Tuesday, New Zealand time, I share practical advice and tips that keep your business moving forward without any of that overwhelm. Now, speaking of overwhelm, webinar funnels definitely have a lot of moving parts. The registration page, the thank you page, the reminder emails, the webinar itself, and, all those follow-up steps that you need to include. And when you're looking at them all separately, it can feel quite overwhelming. But what if I told you that once you understand how all these pieces naturally connect and flow together, then it all starts to make perfect sense? So today, I'm not going to just tell you what those components are. I'm actually going to explain how they all fit together to create a seamless journey for your potential client. So get some pen and a paper out so you can map out exactly what I explain so you get that full picture. And let's dive in. As you may guess, the starting point is having a sign up or an opt-in or registration page, whatever you want to call it. Somewhere that people can get the information about what the webinar, what the training is that you're offering, and sign up to become part of it. But then the next key step is to get traffic, so people, to land on that registration page. And there's a few ways you can do this. If you already have an email list, you definitely want to utilize that and send them a couple of emails inviting them to join this training you're putting on. You can use organic traffic as well. So if you have good SEO set up, or people are already visiting your website already using some kind of pop-up to get people to get to that sign-up page so they can join that webinar. The most effective, the fastest way to reach people is paid traffic. So whether you're doing Facebook ads or Meta ads, I should say, is a really good place to start, or you're doing Google ads or YouTube ads, using paid advertising to get people to that registration page so they get the information they need and they sign up. Then there's a few steps that come in next. So if you're drawing this out, your sign up page will lead to your thank you page. You can draw an arrow down to your thank you page. That thank you page will include a link to the live webinar. Perhaps, doesn't always have to, but it'll provide more information about you, about what they signed up for, maybe some calendar links so people can add it to their calendar. And then it's also going to refer to them to an email that will be waiting for them. So we want to make sure that they check their inbox because that's where they're going to get all the reminders and all the information about the program, the webinar, and then the program that you're going to sell. That welcome email will also include a link to wherever the live webinar is happening. So whether you're doing it on Zoom or a landing page, that kind of thing. So if you're mapping this out, just to reiterate, sign up page, there's arrows from the traffic to the sign up page, paid organic email. Arrow from the sign up page to the thank you page, arrow from the thank you page to the welcome email, and both the thank you page and welcome email lead to the live webinar link. Now, the next step is you're going to need some reminder emails. So emails to remind people to sign up for this webinar, because if it's happening in, say, 2 weeks time or even 7 days time, people are going to forget about it unless they've added it to their calendar. And even then they might forget. So it's a good idea to send out a series of reminder emails, why they should show up, what to do when they show up, and of course, where they should be going, the link to where they're going. Then you run your live webinar. So it's time for a follow-up sequence. You're obviously using this webinar to generate clients into your coaching program or your DIY course or your membership. So you're going to need a series of emails that lead to a sales page, probably a replay page as well, even maybe the checkout. So if you're drawing this out from the live webinar, you're going to have an arrow to sales emails. The arrow then from the sales emails to the sales page, replay page, and checkout. So these emails might be 3 days, might be 7 days, might be 10 days. You're going to work out what works for your messaging and your audience, right? But those emails will always include a link to where people can purchase whatever it is you're selling. And obviously the replay page if you're providing a replay. Now, there's a whole theory and school of thought, whether you provide a replay or you don't provide a replay, or you do a second chance webinar. That's sort of diving a bit deeper into the overall strategy. But at a base level, this is a funnel for moving people from signing up, joining a webinar into your program. Now, I do want to make a note here that there are a few areas in which things won't work, fall short, I guess. And that is really around one core element, which is messaging. So if your messaging isn't resonating with people, then at the first point that's going to fall over is your ads are going to take people to a sign up page, but no one signs up. So your messaging is either wrong in the ads or wrong on the sign up page, or you're targeting the wrong audience. Then the next place it's going to fall over is in your webinar. If you have people who, one, don't show up for your webinar because the messaging in the reminder emails isn't giving them enough reason to show up. But the webinar itself, that's where you're going to do some of the selling. And if that message isn't resonating with your audience, whether it's the free training part or the selling of your program or your offer, then that's where it's going to fall short. People are going to leave the webinar early or just kind of clock out. And obviously the next two places that your messaging is key is going to be in your sales emails and your sales page. But as long as you have your sales page kind of completely refined in terms of your message and making sure it's connecting to exactly what your audience needs and wants and how they can get it and what it's going to do for them, then you can repeat that messaging inside your sales emails. But that's one of the sort of key areas in funnels where things don't work as well as they should, is that you don't have your messaging dialed in. Now, the other thing is, in this particular funnel that I've created, and if you have written it all out into a little flowchart for yourself, I create this entirely on Kajabi, landing pages, sales pages, emails, checkouts, all of it. I just find that a really fast and simple way to promote my work as a solopreneur, because it all integrates so seamlessly and so quickly so that I can do the work and not have to be hung up on trying to connect different tech tools. But there is a lot of tools you can use to create this. Some of them are lead pages for your lead pages, Samcart for your cart checkout. You could even use your sales page on lead pages as well. Email marketing platforms like ActiveCampaign, MailerLite. So there is a lot of ways you can create this funnel. I just prefer to do it in Kajabi because it will take me like an hour to create all this and link it all up, rather than it taking me hours to go into the different softwares. So there you go. That is my complete webinar funnel process that I continue to use today. Now, remember, the beauty of this system isn't just in that it's effective, but it frees you up. Once it's running and once it's all set up and running, then it all just connects and your audience goes through a seamless journey without you having to be there at every single step. Now, I'd love to know in the comments if you still have any questions about implementing this in your own business. Then please drop your questions, your comments down below, and I will personally respond to make sure that we can figure out how this framework can work for your unique business and your unique situation. So thank you so much for spending time with me today. Your commitment to growing your business is exactly what sets you apart as a solopreneur. So until next week, keep creating that impact with ease. Your business and your life deserve nothing less.